When you put your hand in my jacket, I'm thinking so irrational. You flew me international now. And we can spend hours reading the signals, but that's so unoriginal. What if we took this back to my house? Under all these lights, I gotta take a minute to calm down. But I feel like if I told you I was ready right this minute, do you think that it would turn you on? I just feel like you need to know. If I told you I was ready right this minute, would you just run off and tell someone? I just feel like you need to know. I don't wanna feel like we're wasting time. Tell me, should I go and call up a taxi? We can make out for play in the backseat. Please tell me now how that all sounds. You can sleep in while I make breakfast, watch cartoons and talk about exits. And if you're happy, stick around. I just feel like this is worth the risk. I never felt it quiet like this. If I told you I was ready right this minute, do you think that it would turn you on? I just feel like you need to know. If I told you I was ready right this minute, would you just run off and tell someone? I just feel like you need to know. Here, right now, we're running out of things to talk about. Right here, right now, I'm about to let the truth come out. If I told you I was ready right this minute, do you think that it would turn you on? You tell me now. If I told you I was ready right this minute, would you just run off and tell someone? Keep my feet on the ground. If I told you I was ready right this minute, I just wanna do it, let you down. I just feel like you need to know. It's clear. If I told you I was ready right this minute, would you just run off and tell someone? To know. If I told you I was ready right this minute, do you think that it would turn you on?
Hola a todos, bienvenidos. Good afternoon, everybody, and a huge welcome to the Precision Fuel and Hydration IRONMAN 70.3 World Championship here in marvelous Marbella, the Costa del Sol, Andalusia, Spain. My name is Paul Kay. I'm one of your World Championship announcers. A huge welcome to all the media assembled, both local and international. Welcome to everybody that is watching online around the world, and to all our athletes, the families and the friends that are watching on the big screen in our Ironman village. Thank you for joining us for what is going to be another incredible World Championship in an 8-week period of 3 very drama-filled and exciting Ironman World Championship races. When we started in Nice, we moved to Kona, and now we're here. We culminate 2025 on the beautiful Costa del Sol. This event also marks the finale of the Ironman Pro Series, and soon we're going to be hearing from our women's professionals and our men's professionals. I'd like to remind the media that at the end we'll give you an opportunity to ask your questions. You'll state your outlet and your name, and also to the media, when you do your one-on-ones, we have a step and repeat in the media zone on my stage left. I hope you'll all help me by welcoming on stage our professional athletes. I would like to start with our professional woman wearing the number 10. This athlete has podiumed at every single race she's done this year. She currently sits in second place of the Ironman Pro Series and comes off the back of a dazzling showdown in Kona when she won the Ironman World Championship on debut. It's our newly crowned Ironman World Champion from Norway, Solveig Løvseth. Our next athlete has won 4 out of 4 of the Ironman 70.3 races she has done this year. She is also a 2-time Ironman 70.3 North American champion. From North America, representing Canada, please welcome Paula Finley. She'll be wearing the bib number 3. She's a multiple Ironman champion. An Ironman 70.3 champion, including the 2021 Ironman 70.3 World Champion, as well as the 2023 Ironman World Champion. Please welcome from Great Britain, Lucy Charles Barclay. Also flying the flag for Britain. This next athlete is consistently excellent. She's a 2-time runner-up at the Ironman 70.3 World Championship and comes off an incredible second place. Also setting a run course best in Kailua, Kona at the Ironman World Championship. Currently sitting atop of the Ironman Pro Series, please welcome your 2024 Ironman Pro Series champion for Great Britain, it's Kat Matthews. And already with a mic drop. How about that? For our professional women, finally we'd like to welcome the 2022, the 2023, the 2024 Ironman 70.3 World Champion wearing bib number 1 as she shoots for a quartet of titles representing the USA, Taylor Knibb. We bring up our men now. He's wearing the number 9, and prior to September, this athlete may have flown slightly under the radar, but there's certainly no hiding away for him now. Welcoming our Ironman World Champion, please put your hand together for Norway's Kasper Stornes. And you're going to hear the word Norway quite a bit here today. He's wearing the number 4, 2-time Ironman 70.3 World Champion, capturing the top step of the podium both in Nice and in St. George. Also had a taste of Kona victory when he became the Ironman World Champion on the Big Island in 2022. There's not much that this gentleman cannot do. Continuing the Norwegian dominance, please welcome Gustav Iden. He's wearing the number 3, Olympic gold, Ironman World Champion, Ironman 70.3 World Champion. This man is one of the most feared out on the race course, and you certainly don't want him running you down. He's had 3 Ironman Pro Series race wins so far this year and is currently the favorite to win the Ironman Pro Series. It's none other than another one of our Norwegians, the final carriage in the Norwegian hype train. It is Christian Blumenfeldt. Wearing the number 2, part of the next wave of exciting talent from Germany. In 2023, he became the youngest Ironman 70.3 world champion. Please welcome Rico Bogen. And finally, the 2024 Ironman 70.3 world champion who won his first ever Ironman 70.3 race in Taupo, New Zealand last year. Put your hands together for our 3-time Olympian and reigning champion, Belgium's Jelle Geens. Now, before we hear from our athletes, please can you put your hands together after crushing the Pro-Am this morning in Puerto Banús. He is the Chief Executive Officer of the Ironman Group. Please welcome Mr. Scott Daru.
Thank you, Paul. Crushing it may be the overstatement of the week, the Pro-Am this morning. But welcome to the world. Welcome to all of our athletes, our partners, the fans, family. This is an incredible community. Please, as we start, please join me in giving a big round of applause and a thank you to Marbella. The community here has been extraordinary already. You could feel the energy. It's electric in the Parade of Nations yesterday. And this is going to be one of the most exciting, possibly one of the most historic Ironman 70.3 World Championships ever. It is truly a joy to be back in Europe, here in Spain especially. We are very, very proud to welcome over 6,000 athletes from 114 countries from around the world, ranging in ages from 18 to 83 this weekend, racing here on Saturday and Sundays. Truly a global community. The Ironman 70.3 World Championship has always been one of the most exciting races in the series. It's the ultimate test in many ways. It brings together Ironman champions, Ironman distance athletes with Olympic distance athletes. It is that one middle distance race of the year that we all look forward to because it is so incredibly exciting. Here this weekend, we have our defending champions coming back to defend their titles, Jelle and Taylor. Very, very exciting. We have multiple Ironman champions, multiple Ironman 70.3 champions. We have about 20 Olympians among our pros. We have 120 pros with us this weekend, 20 Olympians. We also have nearly about 60 rookies for the Ironman 70.3 World Championship. And so it's going to be an incredibly, incredibly exciting field. It's truly a testament to the depth of where triathlon is as a sport. And I think this weekend, Saturday and Sunday both, are going to be a testament to where triathlon is at and where it's going. So from the bottom of my heart, to all of you who are joining this weekend, cheering everybody on, thank you. To the city of Marbella, this is one of the most iconic destinations. It is a championship-worthy course, and we're going to see that play out this weekend. So I hope everybody has a fun time. To our athletes, thank you for joining us. You all are incredible. You're inspired and you're inspiring, and I cannot wait to see your race. So have a wonderful and safe race this weekend. So thank you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful time here in Marbella. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. Appreciate you. Thank you very much, Scott. Our athletes will be racing for a shot at the Ironman 70.3 World Championship title, as well as the $500,000 prize purse. Each of our champions taking home $75,000. This is the finale in the Ironman Pro Series. They're looking to grab that $200,000 purse for our Pro Series champion and share in the bonus prize purse of $1.7 million. But it's time to hear less of me and more of these incredible athletes. We're going to start with Solveig. And as we mentioned at the Pro Series interviews we did in our village earlier today, I remember her showing that on her bike in Kona, that it said there, Solvay, the literal translation is Sun Road. And now Solvay is in the Costa del Sol. I think that bodes well. Solvay, once again, congratulations on becoming the Ironman World Champion. How has it been since Kona till today?
Thank you so much. It's been a really weird period for me. It's been very fun, very overwhelming, a lot going on, a lot more attention than I'm used to, and also trying to like recover and reset for this race in that chaos has been interesting, but I'm feeling good now, and I'm excited to have one more race.
I see you took the opportunity to actually go home for that sort of recovery period, and there's no place like home. How did that go?
Oh, no, honestly, it was so great to just have some time at home. I think I was home 2 weeks, and like Kona was just so crazy, and back home, just everything felt exactly as normal. It was rainy and 5 degrees, and it was just great. And after that Kona heat, it was exactly what I wanted. So I really had the best time at home.
If we look at the year you've had, it's been truly remarkable, especially in terms of on the Ironman distance, your first year of racing Ironman races. You win 2 of them, including the World Championship to become world title. But the 70.3 season started for you really well in Venice Jesolo with a great victory there. I've had the privilege of speaking to you many times, and you always seem so calm and relaxed. How do you manage that outward demeanor of being calm and relaxed? Or is that truly how you feel?
This year, it has truly been how I felt the whole year, really. I have, I don't know why or what has changed, but I've just felt really good this year and felt really relaxed and chilled and just haven't really felt any pressure in racing. Maybe it's because I've done some new distances, and it's sort of just been a year for me to just try new things. And I'm not sure if it will always stay like that, but I hope so, because it's been really nice to just be more relaxed. Like even before Kona, I just genuinely didn't feel nervous, and I was almost nervous that I didn't feel nervous enough. But it did work out, and it's definitely more comfortable to not stress that much. So it's been really enjoyable.
Apparently stress uses a lot of energy. Looking at your racing, you seem equally comfortable on sort of flat, fast courses like Venice Jesolo, like also Hamburg, for example, but then again, Lake Placid and Zellamzee, which nothing flat about those courses and nothing flat about this course.
No, it's a really exciting course. You're definitely right that I feel really comfortable in flat courses. It's just about holding that steady power the whole day, and I feel like that suits me really well. I think I feel a little bit less confident in the hills, to be honest. But I have been training a lot in hills, but I don't necessarily look at myself as the best climber, but I do really like the fast descents here, and I think it's really fun with challenging courses, and I do think it's nice and also important that it is different courses we race in, and I think that makes it more fun, and this is definitely a course you need to sort of tackle all sorts of riding. It's some really fast and aero sections, and it's some like more grinding sections, and you need to also be comfortable with having a bit more uneven power throughout the day, so I'm really excited for it.
There we go. If we think about time at home, we hear the term relaxed. We hear the word fun. All sounds great. Solvay, all the best and good luck for Saturday. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We stay with Norway and we go to my far left. We go to our brand new Ironman world champion from Nice, Kasper Stornes. Congratulations on that victory on the Promenade des Anglais. You've had a bit more time to recover than Solvay has, but let's also talk about you and your life. And has it been calm or has it been chaos since Nice?
Yeah, it's been hectic, it has. But yeah, I got 3 weeks at home. Then we managed to squeeze in an altitude camp now, so we're coming straight from Sierra Nevada. So it's been, yeah, good to just get in the training routine again and, yeah, just grind in the mountains. So it's been nice.
Obviously, in Ironman 70.3, there's a huge amount more speed involved. And if we look at the other athletes you're up against, Scott Deroux was referring to our Olympians and our short course athletes. There's going to be a huge amount of speed involved. And we know that you've got the leg speed on the run, sort of the sub 230. I remember, I think it was Hayden Wilder said in Topol, you know, you need to go sub 65 to win that. What do you think is you or the other chaps are capable of on this run course after that bike?
think you need to run 106 here to win. So yeah, but the bike course here is going to take a lot of the legs, so you need to play it smart. So yeah.
Talking about playing it smart, I always joke that if I was good with numbers and if I was intelligent, I'd have a real job. But looking at the numbers in terms of the Pro Series, you're lying second at the moment. Have you done the numbers, and what are the chances of your good friend coming second and you coming first?
Then I need to take around 12 minutes on Christian, and I don't think that's possible. So yeah, I try to just focus on this race, and then we take everything after. So yeah, but 12 minutes, it's maybe a bit too much to ask for.
Last Ironman 70.3 World Championship, 13th, but now arriving as the Ironman World Champion. What does that change, other than putting a big target on your back?
Yeah, I have a big target on my back, but I don't feel the pressure, actually. Like it's maybe more the pressure I put on myself. So yeah, just looking forward to race, and it's going to be the last race of the season, so better make it count.
Thank you very much, Norway's Kasper Stornes, your Ironman World Champion. We go from Norway to North America to Canada. Paula Finley, lovely to have you joining us, Paula. You mentioned on Instagram that this course has got you motivated and you've had your eye on it pretty much all year round. Talk to us about this course and what's got you so excited, other than marvelous Marbella and the Costa del Sol.
Yeah, when I put my target on this race, I honestly didn't even know that it was this hilly or anything about the course. I just really love racing at 70.3 Worlds every year. It's my favorite race to come to, and I love this distance. I love the competition that shows up, and I tend to kind of race better as the year goes on. So when I saw the course profile and how hilly it was, I think that made me even more excited. I do really love climbing. So yeah, I'm happy to be here.
I was actually chatting to Kevin McKinnon just before we all came on stage, and I know that he's a Canadian, so he might be biased, but he reckons, why are not enough people talking about Paula? But do you like having a little less attention so that you can just go out there and get the job done?
Well, I think I'm the only one on the stage that's not a world champion, so I think you know, it's nice to fly under the radar. Kat is like second 100 times. But she's a favorite to win for sure. No, I do kind of like flying under the radar. You know, it's really an honor even just to be on this stage with these athletes. I feel really proud that this far into my career, I'm still in contention to be on the podium, be in the top 5, maybe contend for the win, but I'm kind of just trying to focus on the process of the race and not thinking too much about what place that will put me. But yeah, it's an honor to be here.
What a great year so far, 4 from 4. I mean, that means that the confidence tank is full.
Yeah, I really love North American 70.3 racing. I've done 4 this year and won all 4, and I don't know, it feels good to win no matter what competition shows up or where the race is. I love racing kind of closer to home and not doing big travel, and coming away winning is always a nice feeling. So obviously the level of competition here is much different and higher, but yeah, it's been a good year so far building into this.
A huge thank you to Canada's Paula Finley. Give her a big round of applause. I was going to say something about that tracksuit, but I'm still figuring it out. I think Lewis Hamilton had something to do with that. Gustav Eden from Norway. You've spoken openly about, you know, that long journey back, you know, through a tough 2023. But looking at your journey and your racing through 2025, it's just every race is, if I can quote Chris Nikic, 1% better. But it seems so much more than that, and very well positioned as you get ready to step onto the start line on Sunday morning.
Yeah, to start off, I'm regretting this choice of outfit myself now. I'm boiling on stage, but yeah, you just have to. I just have a real passion for fashion, so I'm suffering through it. No, but yeah, this year has been evolving and evolving and evolving. It's been truly an amazing journey over the last few years. Back in 22, I felt basically not invincible, but like everything was just going great at every race. And then when Christian beat me in St. George in 22, then yeah, it's been hard ever since then. But yeah, now I'm been on an upward trajectory the whole year, and Nice was an amazing kind of perfect comeback, except for this guy who ran at sub 2:30, which messed up my plan a little bit. But other than that, it's been truly amazing to be able to come back to the level and even better than I used to be before.
If we look at the course in Nice, where you won in 2019, we look at the course in St. George, similar aspects to the course with a really big, challenging bike that you've got to race very, very strategically to still have those legs to run. Would you agree with that? And what's your approach? Has it changed at all from the previous World Championship victories?
Yeah, I think this is especially similar to St. George, because Nice I find a bit more technical and slightly different tactics to play, but yeah, kind of similar to St. George. And yeah, my approach for this race was to be able to perform, but to be honest, I have not been training my best or feeling my best all the way since Nice. We were planning this camp together, and the others like, nah, we might just do 2 weeks here in Marbella and just really prepare. But I felt already straight after Nice that at home I wasn't training well enough, so I just wanted to get away and go to the mountains and train well there. But I didn't train well in the mountains either, so I just dragged these two with me up there. But it has been okay. I don't see myself as a candidate to win this race, but it's still cool to be on stage to be able to tell you about that I'm not going to win.
Talking about being about to not win, is the road bike from Nice and the lucky hat from Nice and St. George, did you bring those back with you?
No road bike, but the cap is with me in the bag, so yeah, we'll see what I put in the transition bag the day before, but I guess I will race with it. I will honor the champion who beat me with the hat. So
there we go. Congratulations, Gustav Iden. Thank you for being here with us, and all the best. We're coming across to Lucy Charles Barclay now. First of all, on behalf of all of us, we are so glad that you are here, Lucy. Thank you for joining us. It's good to know that you feel healthy enough to race. Tell us how you're truly feeling.
Yeah, I'm obviously really happy to be here in sunny Marbella. I've checked out the course and it looks amazing, so I'm glad I'm not missing out on that. And I think one thing I've learned over the last few years is if I feel healthy enough to be on the start line, then I'll definitely be there. And it's not something I take for granted, so I'm excited for another opportunity.
I know, in a way, Spain is almost like a second home to you with all the training you do in Lanzarote. How does that, I mean, do you take anything from that going, oh, now I'm going to race the World Championship on Spanish soil?
Yeah, for sure. I've had 2 wins on Spanish soil this year, so it definitely brings the good energy. I love the Spanish people and the food is great. So, yeah, hopefully they can give me some good energy on the race course and, yeah, who knows what I can do.
How do you sort of change the mindset after Kona and regroup and then be focused for Saturday morning and, you know, those 4 and a bit hours?
Yeah, I think flying back to the UK is kind of just, it puts you straight back to reality. It's cold and grey and miserable, and we had quite a lot going on. We lost someone really special to us over the last few weeks, so he was a huge fan of mine. I feel like he will definitely be giving me some angel wings in the race, and yeah, I hope I can honour him out on the race course.
Well, we talk about remembering your why, and it seems you've got a big why. Yes, indeed. Some respect and some applause. Thank you, Lucy. Before I let you go, you know, we've always been talking about the mermaid and the swim and the swim and the swim and the swim, but this year you've clearly shown that you've got not only mermaid abilities, but you've got wings on the run as well.
Yeah, I mean, Red Bull gives you wings, as they say. But no, I feel like over each year I've just tried to obviously not just be the swimmer that I came into the sport as, really try and develop on the bike and on the run as well. And definitely to win here, it's going to take a whole round performance. I don't know if I'm able to do that, but I'll definitely go out there and try my best.
Big round of applause. Lucy Charles Barclay, all the best. We go back to another carriage on that Norwegian hype train, Christian Blumenfeldt, an Ironman 70.3 and an Ironman world champion, and currently leading the Ironman Pro Series. It seems like Casper's already said that it's not going to be possible to beat you to win the Ironman Pro Series. What do you say?
I think 12 minutes is a good gap. It's a comfortable gap, and I should be safe. Unless I get a puncture or something, because Yeah, like it's a half distance. It's not like you're blowing up in the same way as you're doing for an Ironman. Like if you're first having a tough day in an Ironman, you can lose 30 minutes. But for a half, it's maybe 2 minutes on the bike and then running slow at 1:12, and it's quite hard to still take 12 minutes. So I should be safe. I should be safe, but you never know.
How quickly do you fix a puncture?
I'm just gonna take off my hand and like wave for everyone to try to get like the guy on the motorbike to come to me quicker. I think that's the best option.
Sounds like you need big hands and bright gloves. You've had an outstanding season to date, and if I remember the disappointment of not becoming world champion behind Gustav, and that lit a fire under you, well, not becoming the world champion in Nice, has that lit a fire under you for Marbella for Sunday?
At least for next year. Like again, like it's hard to, like it's something special with the full Ironman distance. Like that's the biggest race of the year, and of course it's nice to take a title potentially on Sunday, but it's hard to undo like Nice. Like that's still the guy for the season, I reckon. The guy who was winning the main world championship. But of course, it's motivation for Sunday, but even more for Hawaii next year.
It was a clean sweep in Nice for Norway. Did you bring the broom with you, and what's the plan for Sunday?
Now I'm looking at Gustav, because I think he hasn't been in the fitness he was going into Nice. So I think Kasper can be hard to beat on Sunday. Same with the two guys to my right. But I should have Gustav covered, I feel like.
I feel like I'm kind of dressed like a cleaner, so I will just sweep after them. On the podium, I will take after them. It's okay.
Just talking about, the two on your right, and when we look at that stacked and packed field, and we made reference to the Olympians and to the rookies and the short course athletes, like other than who's on the stage with you, who else are you watching carefully that you think is serious competition for Sunday?
I think, again, Jonas Schomburg can be pretty strong, Jamie Riddle. But again, like the two guys on my side, like what Jelle have showed after he moved over from Olympic distance, like we raced a lot. We've been chasing the first pack many times on the bike together in the World Series. So I know that he's strong on the bike, and it's as well like it's a course that's probably suiting him quite well with all the elevation and also the power that Rico is having. It can be like a way that a lot of people can attack this race in different angles. So it's going to be important to be clever with where you're like spending your energy, because you still need to be able to run fast, but you also need to be in touch with the leader. Like you want to be in the race coming back into the beach.
Well, we'll be listening to Rico and Jelle soon. Thank you very much, Christian Blumenfeld. Good luck to you. Kat Matthews, second thousands of times. What was the comment? It's not a title anybody wants. Ask Lucy, but it shows an incredible consistency and amazing power. You've raced significantly less this season compared to last year. Was that part of the plan to help you focus on Kona and Marbella?
Yes, absolutely. The Pro Series has always been my target for the whole year, with Kona as the pinnacle. But obviously, when you sign up for the Pro Series, you focus on Marbella as well. So I've always been aware that this was in the background. And I tried very hard to put 0% of focus on it until a few days after Kona. But it's definitely a race of the season for me.
We look at that incredible run, the course best that you did in Kona. But we also know that you said on Instagram that this bike course has got your attention as well, and you're quite excited for that.
Yeah, luckily we all do the sport of triathlon, so individual sport discipline records, they're cool, but it's about the overall win. So the bike course here does really intrigue all of us because we enjoy cycling, so clearly having a good bike course is what we want. But I think, like the boys have said as well, tactically it's going to be really hard to know where to push and when to hold back.
When we were chatting a little bit earlier during the Ironman Pro Series panel, Regan answered, which I presume you're all going to want to do, get to the finish line as quickly as possible and see what happens. But there's two things up for grabs, not being second, but becoming an Ironman 70.3 world champion. And you're within touching distance of becoming two-time back-to-back Pro Series champion.
Yeah, I'd like to say that the Pro Series comes second, and that is the mentality that I want to start the race and finish the race with. But how that plays out during the race and where my mind goes, I don't know.
You've done quite a bit of big travel with the racing, shooting across to Texas, coming back, shooting across to Kona, obviously. But how does it feel? How does it help you with your racing and your focus to have a world championship much closer to home?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. My whole family can come, just like in Nice, and I think we've really embraced that European comfort. It's obviously still a travel, it's still a new environment, it's still different weather to the UK. It's probably more American than it is British. But I think it's good that we have the split between America and Europe and the rest of the world. And I'm looking forward to spending some time in the rest of the world next year.
There we go. Great Britain's Cap Matthews, a huge thank you and a big, big good luck. Rico Borgen. So Christian was talking about being a bit nervous of your power when we were talking about that bike course. You've made some significant changes this season, I think, in coaching and bike. Just talk through some of those changes and the motivation behind the changes and how that all plays into the plan for Sunday.
Yeah, we see how fast the sport is developing. I think it's a very strong starting field, so I thought I maybe have to do the next step, and so yeah, new coach and new bike brand. But yeah, the season was overall quite good already, but it's a high focus here on the World Championship, and yeah, I think the bike course, it's very hard, and I'm known for my high bike power, so I think I can push up the hills quite good, and then yeah, something is possible here.
Like Kat said, this is not a single discipline sport. There's three of those. We know about the power on the bike, but also looking at the stacked and packed field that you're racing with Ironman veterans, 70.3 veterans. We've got rookies, we've got short course world champions, Olympians. How do you think it's going to play out? The groups on the swim, then on that bike, and where do you have to be into T2 to be a contender on the run?
Yeah, we have also many short distance guys, so I think it's a fast swim. I hope I can stay with the front group there. And then, yeah, the bike course is, because it's so hilly, I think there are smaller groups. It's not so much drafting here because you have to push up the hill, and so that's better. So I think I can be there somewhere at the top, and yeah, maybe just a small group of 3 or 4 guys would be cool, and yeah, a small gap to the fast runners like Christian and Castor and Jelle would be cool. So maybe, yeah, having 3 minutes a gap of them would be great.
3 minutes coming out of T2.
Yeah.
Alrighty. The numbers on the board. We'll check the numbers on Sunday. Germany's Rico Borgen, Ironman 70.3 world champion from Lahti. All the best. Good luck. We move to our 3-time Ironman 70.3 world champion, Taylor Knibb. You, Lucy, Solveig, Kat, and so many gave us just the most drama-filled, exciting, incredible day on the big island of Hawaii, Kailua Kona, for the Ironman World Championship. We're very happy to see you here, and just talk us through those last couple of weeks as you refocus the mind to maybe do 4 in a row.
Well, I have a short answer because I don't remember most of it, but I'm very grateful to be here. It was a very last minute and spontaneous trip to Europe. We booked our flights Friday night. I think that's when I got the go-ahead. Last Tuesday, I was getting a lot of messages, "Are you racing?" And I'm like, I don't know. And it was interesting to see people deal with uncertainty because, like, I got a lot of messages from a lot of people in my life who doesn't affect them, but I'm like, I'm the one who's like in limbo over here. I have no idea. I'd love to know, but at the end of the day, I'm grateful to be here. So yes.
I would imagine that decision to race was not solely yours, it's your team around you.
Yes.
Do you want to talk us through that? And did you have to arm wrestle them? Or did they have to arm wrestle you to come?
Oh no, it's very much mutual respect. I think the most interesting thing post-Kona was I've been getting blood work done every 7 days. And so at a certain point, my doctor cleared me and he's like, "You're in the hands of your coach." And so then my coach is a lot more conservative than my doctor. My doctor's like, "You'll be fine. You're all good. It's all good." And that was probably a week after the race, because 3 days after the race, I got blood work and my liver was still a little off in terms of function. But then the next blood work, it was all clean. So he's like, I actually asked if I could get like a brain scan. And he's like, oh, like, because I'm like, I just want to make sure everything's okay. Like, what are all the tests we can do? And he's like, these aren't tests that you can just order, Taylor. Like, I'd have to do research on how you could get them. And so, yeah, they don't just go on health images like if I got my hip or my tibia, unfortunately. But maybe they can add them to the panel and menu because, you know, I love MRIs. I actually do. Because it just gives you peace of mind. Like, get an MRI, check, you're good, move on. I probably shouldn't say that publicly.
What are you hoping the brain scan would reveal?
That's a really good question. I was just asking, like, how many tests can we do? Because a lot of people are liking to give their opinion and telling me that, oh, it's like not a smart idea. And I'm like, okay, well then can you tell me why? Like, what tests can I get to show like that this would be fine? So last week I got to do like some intense training again, and then like there's nothing that said I couldn't do it. So I'm very excited to be here.
I would imagine.
Is there something you'd like to see on the brain scan?
Well, I'd like to know if I can have one to see if there's actually one there. But I would imagine you wouldn't have chosen to come to Marbella if you didn't think there was a strong possibility of defending your title.
That's fair. Very good assumption. And also, I think the course, like just seeing it, it's very cool. And I'll admit, I had zero ever inclination to ever want to live in Europe. I don't want to sound like bad or anything, but I love where I live. And yesterday riding, I'm like, ooh, it might be selling itself a little bit because it's just really nice and pretty and different. And so I'm really excited. I haven't seen the back half of the course, which might be helpful, but hopefully I'll see that on Saturday.
Well, up and down here and around the hotels, there's a lot of real estate agents. You can go chat with them. There we go. USA's reigning and three-time Ironman 70.3 world champion, Taylor Knibb. The last of our women as we move to our final athlete. And he claimed the title, winning the Ironman 70.3 World Championship in New Zealand. Ntopo, Jellegins, what did that do for you? Did that change your life?
Life, not so much. I always say, like, the morning after Siena, our girls still woke me up early. So life didn't change that much, but I guess everything around sports did change a bit, I think. I got a bit more target on my back in every race. I was quite unknown beforehand, I guess, in middle distance racing, as I only just stepped over. And that did change a bit after that race, for sure.
So that changes, and obviously you're here with the bib number 1, which means there's a huge target on your back. What have you been doing, if anything at all, differently to what you did preparing for Taupo? Have you been doing differently for Marbella?
Well, Taupo was special because we actually a month before moved from Europe to Australia, so it was a very busy and hectic period. And now I went on altitude, which I haven't done actually ever in my middle distance career, which only started last year. But anyway, I haven't done that yet, so I'm excited to see how that pans out. So I feel like, this build up towards this race has been a bit more planned and done how we wanted, where there was a bit of stress involved in the build up towards Taupo with moving halfway across the world. So it panned out very well last year. So it shows that a body can handle quite a bit. But I'm excited to see how it goes now with ideal preparation.
So after that move, after becoming Ironman 70.3 world champion, how have you also managed to balance the family life with the training and now a big travel, I would imagine, coming across here, which you would have done well in advance?
Yeah, we're here now for more than 3 months already in Europe, so we're over the jet lag. But it's it's still it's every week. I feel like it's because Siena evolves so much, so there's always something new. So always something different we change in our daily routine, I guess. But I feel like we got a really good working system now, both here in Europe as back in Australia. I think we got a lot of family support, which helps a lot. I think it's still always, especially with those big trips, you don't really know how imagine if we feel jet lag and we wake up in the night, we understand why, but like she has no idea, you know. She flew halfway across the world, but has not really any idea like why she's waking up in the middle of the night. So we've had some harder nights, I guess, early on in the move over here, and it's like always still evolving. But yeah, we've been here now long enough that yeah, she's European now.
If we talk about, you know, you making reference to your first year with the middle distance, coming away at the end of the year in December with becoming a world champion. But you know very, very well the short course guys that are lining up in and amongst our veterans and long course guys here as well. Is there anybody we haven't mentioned that you're keeping an eye on other than the gentleman to your left?
Yeah, I think especially I think there might be some ITU guys, short course distance guys that can surprise. I think with those people, like, you know, they have the capability. Like, for example, Alessio Crociani, who came third, I think, in the grand final in Wollongong. Like, to be able to come third in the grand final, you need to be a very exceptional triathlete. So now it's just to see if he can translate into middle distance racing. If he can, like, he's definitely will be up there. I think Miguel Hidalgo is another one that had proved himself already in middle distance racing with a very fast time, I think, in Brazil earlier in the year. But yeah, I feel like World Championship races are always still quite different. I think mainly the bike is just that much harder than any other 70.3 race out there. So it's always, you have to see, like, it's easy to run a fast time after a okay fast bike, but it's a lot harder when you have to go really deep on the bike. So I'm curious to see how those guys do. But yeah, I think them four on my left here, they've proven themselves, so I'll keep an extra eye on them.
There we go. Dank u wel. Your reigning Ironman 70.3 world champion, Belgium's Jelle Geens. At this time, I'd like to open the floor to our assembled media. Please remember, state your name and outlet. We will bring a microphone to you. If you could put your hands up for your questions. Yes, please. Have we got a microphone? It's on its way.
Hi, thank you. Thank you so much. Good afternoon. I want to know, what's your special mantra you are telling yourself when you are in the hard part of the competition, maybe on the bike course? What are you thinking about, or what are you thinking to yourself? What do you say to yourself?
Floor is open to anyone you would like to answer.
Well, it's more like especially like, as an example, if you're struggling on the bike and you know that you still have 21K left after you're finished with the bike and you're maybe having still 45K to go of the riding, then it's like, especially for myself, it's too much to think about like the next 2 hours of racing. Like you have to break it down and maybe think like, I just need to push the power until you get to the top of the hill instead of breaking it down, you know. So instead of thinking like the next 45K and then the run, you have to sort of just forget about what's coming in the future and just think about the next 5 or 10 minutes and really breaking it down.
I'd like to just remind that it's questions from media only. I know we have some private guests here, but media, just remember to state your name and your outlet. Do I have more questions from the floor? Yes, please, sir. You can go first.
Yeah, me? Yeah. Hey, Tim Hemming here for 220 Triathlon and Triathlete.com. This is one for the women's panel up there. We've heard from the guys who've named a few potential outsiders, other athletes that might compete at the weekend. But I was curious of each of you five whether there's a name that might impact the race that's not sat on the stage, or someone you think might potentially get in the podium, or just, you know, make a big difference out there. So yeah, thoughts on that would be great. Thank you.
I think Jess Learmonth and Georgia Taylor Brown, both Olympic medalists and extremely strong swim, bike, and runners, will be in the mix for sure.
Without a doubt.
I also think Tanja Neubert can do really well here. She's done really well in short course all year. I think she's been top 10 in all WTCS races, and she's a really, really strong cyclist and runner, so excited to see her.
Caroline Pole as well. I think swim, bike. She's run some very fast runs as well. And there was one other who jumped to mind, Emily Moria. I think she's been focusing on some cycling recently. So I think her swim, bike, and again TBC. I don't know the run. I did do some Strava stalking, but I'm not meant to admit that. So I think she'll be competitive.
Diego Ferraz, o Amador channel from Brazil. A question for Lucy Charles. Do you think the race will be like Kona this year, with you and Taylor setting the pace, with different ending?
Ideally, yeah, that would be great. If we can both get to the finish line, then that's a lot better than Kona. So watch this space.
Hi, Jenna Sayre with another Triathlon podcast. This one's for the ladies, with unfortunately the exception of Paula. I wanted to know, how have you guys handled the transition from Kona a month ago to racing this? Because we've seen a lot of women kind of drop out of the pro race, just because that has been a challenging transition.
I think some people who dropped out weren't planning on racing. And I think the fact that the four of us are here, I think shows that it's definitely possible. I would say that I don't think anyone had it easy, and you just have to make the best of what you got. Wake up when you wake up, eat enough, and do some exercise.
I wouldn't say my recovery was normal, but I think excitement to race. I really wanted to be here, and so, like as Kat said, I think if a person really wanted to be here, they would have probably done everything within their power. And sometimes it doesn't work out, like fair play, but at the same time, if you want something, if you're excited by something, it'll be a little different.
Between Kona...
Sorry, name it out.
Sorry. Anderson from STEM Sports from Brazil. And Team Hidalgo. Kidding. Considering between Kona and today, and how important, and considering how important are sleeping for recovery, and please Nib and Kat and maybe Lucy and Sulvai, tell us about the sleeping days for us or for the athletes, for the recovery for these days, please.
Sleeping?
Yeah, sleeping and recover, and feel free to tell 2 or 3 sessions of training also.
So the race was a Saturday. I flew home that Sunday to Denver, so it's an overnight flight. And then Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I was not awake for more than 3 hours straight. I couldn't stay up. So I was taking multiple naps. I just really wasn't, my body was so tired that I just slept. So I listened to it. Sometimes when the body whispers or screams, you have to listen. And so now I'm awake the normal amount of the day. But yeah, so a lot of sleep. It's very important.
Kat?
The classic, tried to get as much sleep as possible. I hit 6 p.m. I think on the first day, 7 p.m. to get to bed. I somehow got to an 8 p.m., then back to a 6 p.m. 2 a.m., 3 a.m. was my wake up, and me and my husband had some, really fun 2 a.m. snack time. We did sometimes get back to sleep, sometimes we didn't. But the aim was to sleep as much, but not to stress out too much about it. But then the next day's training was affected. So that's the stressful part of being an athlete, is that your work is affected sort of as a fact. So I had to cut down some stuff if I wasn't feeling like I'd had the best sleep. And I think that's what stopped me getting ill. I was lucky to escape any of the sickness coming home after a long haul and an Ironman. And I put that down to sleep and then adjusting training appropriately. And then recently, I've done some sessions where I've been in a mix of tempo and threshold, and tempo and threshold, tempo threshold. So I'm able to hit the intensities required after my sleep data gives me enough confidence to really go hard again.
Yeah, I guess just echoing similar to Kat, really. Going back to the UK is pretty tough after Kona with the big time difference. So jet lag is definitely playing a part. And if you need to sleep, then you just sleep. If you feel good enough to train, then you can train. Definitely making sure I was eating a lot to recover after Kona. It's definitely the first time after Kona I've came home and not got sick, maybe because I didn't do the whole thing. But yeah, it allowed me to stay healthy and yeah, feel pretty good.
Thank you. Sulvai?
Yeah, I felt like the first days for me were actually the opposite of Taylor's. I think I never had more than 3 hours of sleep consecutively, so which wasn't great either. But I think like my body was just so tired and a lot of impressions, so I just couldn't really sleep. And I've honestly been struggling a bit with that ever since Kona, with like sleeping enough and just falling asleep really. So that also obviously affects the recovery. But I think it's then just about taking it day by day and have a training plan, but be very open to adjust it just based on how you feel. And as the other girls also said, like if you feel like you're healthy enough to race, it's fun to give it a go. And we, of course, don't know yet how we'll go in the race, but that's an exciting part of it to see.
I've got more questions, Kevin.
Kevin McKinnon with Slow Twitch. Paul, Canadian bias and all, I guess I'll ask the question. As was mentioned, you didn't race in Kona. Does that change the approach you take to the race, knowing that everyone else has a big Ironman under their legs 3 weeks ago?
It really makes me want to race Kona next year. It looked brutal, but I do want to be there, so hopefully next year. I don't want to sit up here and whine, but I haven't had the smoothest build-up. I got sick for 2 weeks and a little bit of a hip niggle, so we all have our own struggles, and I did the best that I could to get here as fit as I possibly could, and I've been healthy all season, so I'm kind of like taking that in my back pocket. But I think this race is so unpredictable because of everyone's different lead-in, and everyone in their own way has struggles and is, hanging by a thread in some ways just because it's so late in the year. But I think, everyone is going to still put on an exciting show, and hopefully I can do well.
I've got time for one more question from the assembled press.
Thank you, Paul. Hans Klimpert from Triathlon.be. Also a bit biased question for Jelle, but it's actually a bit of an international question because I haven't heard his name. I don't know if you're thinking like we should call him Voldemort, the one that you don't speak his name. But what do you think, Jelle, and also maybe the others, about Hayden Wild not being here? Last year you were chasing Hayden Wild as a prey in the last final kilometers. How do you feel that he's not here?
Well, I've been second behind him a lot, so I'm maybe also biased. No. Well, I guess everyone knows how to get here. You have to qualify in a race, which he had an accident, so I guess we'd never know if he would have done another race. But he's probably one of the most talented triathletes in the world. So I think it's a loss for the race overall that he's not here, and he would definitely be up there fighting for the win. I guess it is how it is. Like there's always people that aren't here to race. You only have to focus, I guess, on the guys that are here, and that will be your competition. And I think it's every year that there's people missing, and this year Hayden is one of them.
Maybe I go from 8th to 9th place when he is not there.
Can you please give these incredible athletes a big round of applause and wish them luck? That is your Precision Fuel and Hydration Ironman 70.3 World Championship. Our women on Saturday, our men on Sunday. To all the viewers at home, make sure that you tune in. We're going to have live coverage for you. We've got DAZN, YouTube, Outside TV in the US, Canada, and amongst others. You can go to ironman.proseries.com to see exactly where you can follow the racing. For those of you who are here, those of you who are racing, we wish you good luck. What's going to happen now is our athletes are welcome to step off the stage to the media. You can do your one-on-ones at the step and repeat in the media zone, just on the stage left. To the other athletes and all the fans and the members of the public, if you can just let the media have their moment with the athletes first, and then our athletes do have to go to their pro race briefing. Thank you very much for being a part of this Precision Fuel and Hydration Ironman 70.3 World Championship Marbella, and enjoy this race weekend. Muchas gracias. Hasta luego.